Welcome back to Thursday Morning Abundance with myself, Walter Moreau, the real estate mentor, and the great, the legend, Vinney Smile Chopra. Vinney, welcome back, brother. Where are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm doing my miracle morning, Walter. I do it every day, 7 days a week. I feel like, if you're setting your mind right every morning, you have a great day. You have a fantastic day. And that's why I live right down the street here. I climb up here. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I look forward to my subconscious and conscious gets aligned right here every morning.
I love it. You and I were just talking about why you used to do 5 days a week, and then you said, why take the break? What was the mindset behind doing the Miracle Morning every single day?
What happens in our life is that if we set schedules and then your mind and the body gets aligned. I mean, I was doing 5 days. Then Saturday morning, I'll get up and I say, why are you not walking? Vinney, why are you not walking? And then Sunday, I started doing 6 days, right? And then Sunday said, you know what, Vinney? You've been doing this for 6 days. Why do you leave me behind? So that's how it started. And now it's just 7 days. I go about 6:30, 7:30, depending on the weather. And then 8 o'clock many days. But I do it. Even if I'm busy with my work in the morning, I even go at 10 o'clock. Because the body says you got to do it. And the benefits are immense. The body, soul, mind, we talk about miracle force. So that's why I do it.
I can relate to the body, the benefits of hiking, the benefits of walking. I know you're familiar with Utah. I just came back from 4 days and climbing up those mountains. I had so many different news stories I could tell, and I've been using them in my trainings. Just, hey, walking up a mountain is just like success. In the beginning, the mountain is so big, but as you get closer, the mountain gets bigger. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's the achievement. I think the thing also I like about it is that you are able to really enjoy the achievement of accomplishing something worthwhile for your mind's body and soul. I say that in the morning. And that sets you, aligns you, pay gratitude, do great exercise, have a good breakfast. That's so important. Right?
And Vinney, you've actually read The Miracle Morning, right?
Yeah, Hal Alrod is a great friend. He was in Go Abundance when I saw him and everything. And he's written a great book. And then after that, we were given Miracle Equation. That's his second book. And I think he's got third and the fourth house. So, yeah.
And have you read all of those? Have you read Medical Equation?
No, I'm not. All right. Can I say something? Right there, I know we are going public live. I have bought thousands of books. You know what? My mind says, Vinney, you got to read what's important and you got to apply it. See, a lot of us read so many books, but we don't apply. See, I look for 3 things in a book. I say, what can I take from here that can change my attitude? What can I take here where I can use it right away and then make it a habit? And what can I do to help others to teach the same thing?
So powerful. That's where the 52 Weeks to Wealth came from. And the 52 books we chose were the books that had the biggest impact on me. They were the books that changed my life. And so I've read over 400 books. And like yourself, I own a lot more than that. And but there's only been maybe 52 that are like if you could only read a book, read one of these. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. That's so powerful. Because what we read, we always say that, right? The 5 books we read or 5 friends we have, and all those things really make a big difference in our attitude, in our thinking, in our, staying away from the negatives and all that.
Now you've brought something up. So I have 5 foundational books that I share with everybody. I'm constantly talking about my 5 foundational books. Before I share them, I want to know what your 5 foundational books are.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There are quite a few. If I were on my desk today, I would have already talked about How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I got it 45 years back. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Magic of Thinking Big by W.J. Schwartz. Charlie Tremendous Jones' Life is Tremendous. It's a small book, but it's a great one. And I would say Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, and Miracle Morning. There we go. And there
you
could
get
be
a bonus
more
for Miracle Morning.
Yeah.
Vinney, I think that says a lot about your personality too, and why you've become so successful. Most of the books you've focused on have actually been about positivity, and that's why your book on positivity came out the way it did, right?
Yeah, it did. It did. I just felt like, okay, I should write something. I wrote that Syndication Made Easy book, and my wife loved it. She says, "Oh, wow, what a book." But she said, that's for limited audience. I've been married to you 39 years. We have been married 42 now. And she says, you're such a positive person. You smile and you're making people feel great every time you talk to them. So I want you to write on positivity book, on positivity. Guess what? I got up next morning, got the instructions from my lovely wife, and started writing it.
Vinney, we've got to go back to that, because I've been really contemplating this lately. Is the power of your spouse, like what your wife says you should do. Like nothing could stop you in the world. If you're right, Vinney, if your wife says this is a great idea, the next morning you're into it. Why is that?
That is so true. What you just said. I think success of any person, ladies or gentlemen, it's the companion. The companion is with you all day long. They hear you, they see you, they want you to be successful, all right? Unlike a lot of other people around you, you know that. But the thing is, I think it's so powerful that and they're very intuitive. I think the ladies are much more intuitive. They have very good thinking power, much better than me, to be truthful. And I was making good money, but my wife told me 20 years back, maybe 30, I've been in this business 15, 16 years now in multifamily. But maybe 25 years back or 30 years back, I was doing motivation speaking, making good money. She says, Vinney, what you work every day with your focus, you should be making millions. Literally, she told me that many times. But I didn't believe in myself. Wow.
And that's one of your principles, is you got to believe in yourself.
You got to believe in yourself. You got to let your mind go wander. You got to have abundance in thinking. And let's not put limitations on ourselves, right? I say that. And that's the key. I was putting limitations of status quo and also just being, happy with my colleagues and everybody. I had done well in that company and the stocks were going up and all that private company. I said, you know what, I'll retire, I'll make so much money with this same company. They were great for me, but I should have broken the bond and gotten out of the box, or shackles, right? We are always, it's sad. It's really sad because every moment is so powerful. And I think the sooner we decide that I don't like this, what I'm doing right now, and I'm not happy, then let's change it, right? Like Tony Robbins says, right? Oh my gosh, I forgot about Tony Robbins. There's so many mentors, maybe hundreds of mentors, and Wayne Dyer, and you name it. I mean, oh my gosh, our Tom Hopkins in the sales, and of course our Jim Rohn. Oh my gosh, how could I forget him? All these great mentors. I mean, there is a whole bunch of lists. It's just not coming to me right now. But you're right.
And so for everybody who's listening right now and wondering, like, why is Walter talking to this dark-skinned man who's walking around in the woods? Vinney Chopra is on his way to becoming a billionaire. And
oh my gosh,
how much real estate do you own right now by yourself? And then how much do you own with your partners?
Let's see. I would say we are close to 750 million right now. And with very tall goals in many different locations right now. About $52 million deal we are putting together with the hotels, 4 hotels. And I'm also partnering with a great sponsor and my partner for 65 million, I think, in Houston. And then we are building 9 locations in Florida, assisted senior living, ground up. They are worth about another 25 million once they're built. So those are not, I didn't count them, but yeah,
I love it. So when I say you're on your way to being a billionaire, and when you say we, you're talking about your wife again. That's your partnership.
Totally. My wife, my daughter, our son might also get involved. But, we are very small family-oriented company, that way. And great partners, great friends. And that's how it is. Yeah.
And so then in addition to that, you have 430 investors, 430 relationships with people who invest in your business. That doesn't happen for just everybody. That's something you've built, and it's because you're reliable. What are some of the secrets that you could give somebody for having the mindset that can be attracting people who have wealth and being a trustworthy person who would be somebody you would want to invest with?
Very good. Walter, you asked the right question. See, people will give you money. I mean, even $5, nobody will give you $5 unless they trust you. They like you, they trust you, and they really believe what you are presenting to them in the, any kind of investment. Could it be real estate? Could it be, venture capitalism? Could it be anything, right? But the thing is, we need to start with the relationships we are building. So I always say, let's start from the home first. Other words, there are a circle of influences which is going from where you are, your immediate family, relatives, and prove to them what you're learning, what you're understanding, and why you are shifting the focus in real estate, like in you and my case, right? And then once you educate them, education, you never sell them. You never sell the investors, hey, invest with me, without telling them all the reasons why. Right? So you're always becoming a consultant and asking them to diversify and finding out where their, profiles are. We call it profiles, risk profile, their money, how much they have, where they have invested. And that can only come once you get to know them. Once you get to know them. I started with one investor 15 years back, sitting in the living room. I had zero portfolio. 15 years back, zero portfolio. And he says, Vinney, have you done it before? I said, no, I'm learning. He says, are you going to move to Texas? I said, no, I won't be. I'll be living here. He says, do you have the loan already tied up? I said, no, not yet. I mean, I was so truthful, but I had 5 slides I had put in the PowerPoint, why multifamily rather than single family. And I kept on going back to my laptop. After 20 minutes, he says, you know what? I really trust you. I see where your passion is. And here is a check for 50,000. Wow! I had met him only 20 minutes back. Never before I had met that gentleman. And to make long story short, in my first investment, he increased the level because I kept in touch with him and letting him know we did the due diligence, we got this, we got loans and this. He increased it to 125,000. That's my very first investor. I still remember. And with the grace of God, we did really well in that property. I think we bought for 2.4 million, sold it for 5 million. After 5.5 years, gave 40% returns, brother, per year. Oh
that's a good success. I think anybody who gets that kind of return is going to invest with you again. Fair to say?
No, he did. He came in most of my deals, by the way, millions of dollars, same one investor. And then he brought me, he says, Vinney, do you have some time? Let's meet at Starbucks. My friends are asking to meet you. I said, okay, all right. Okay, let's do it. I went 45 minutes or an hour away from us and we met. And now I just was counting the other day, like one investor, I think he brought in close to $35 million. So see, that's what it is. You got to always look at your investor or friends or anybody that, they are 20 times, 20x. So in other words, right behind that investor, there are 19 more standing in the back. You don't see it. but your attitude should be such that you are treating that investor with the utmost importance and making sure you're communicating and everything so that they will be able to be a fusion in the fusion theory. You and I believe in that so much. And that's the key because you are able to have them tell other people and family and friends. So my 430 investors now, I just raised $9 million in 9 days. What? I mean, I didn't do any presentation, brother. Nothing. Just sent an email out to MailChimp. My daughter, planned it and showed it, and she and I worked on it. And here people are clicking on the soft commitment. Got 9 million. Click, 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 click. So I think it comes, with building the relationships. Yeah.
$90 million in 9 days. You heard it here. Vinney Smile Chopra.
Thank you. No, 9 million. 9 million. And then now I'm raising 21 million. Again, on the heel of this. On the heel of 9 million finished last week, we are raising 21 million now. Yeah.
So 9 million in 9 days. That's literally $1 million a day for 9 days straight. And it was because of past relationships you've built. For somebody who is just getting started, who doesn't know anybody who's got $1 million, what one piece of advice would you say? And I think I already have an idea because you kind of dropped it. You said it's about that first relationship. It's about, thinking about the next 19 that this person could lead you to. So for anybody who's trying to, people are always trying to rush. They get into syndication. They're like, okay, I've got to go raise $10 million tomorrow. And they've never built relationships. They've never done any of that work. I would say maybe it's the 5 books that you suggested earlier.
Yeah. It's so true. Oh, yeah. No, I think it's all in the attitude of abundance. Let's talk about it. Because the thing is, if you don't think there is money around you, there is no money around you. Done. If
you don't think there's money around you, there's no money around you. That you'll discover that becomes your truth.
That's your truth, and then your whole subconscious and conscious will believe what you are saying to yourself. And then that's going to reflect in talking to your friends and family and colleagues and everybody. You've got to always be thinking, look at this way. There is $36 trillion dollars in retirement funds. Baby boomers have, I just heard, 24 trillion that they will be passing the wealth. So essentially, people have so much money, savings have increased with the COVID and everything. Not only that, the retirement funds are so many, and they are not getting that back good money at all. Look at the stock market, what's happening. Look at crypto crashing, So I think people are looking for diversification. And real estate is a great haven because it doesn't go zero overnight, It's not in the whims and so forth. You and I know that. But the thing is, you've got to always have the attitude of abundance and then have great sales pitch, we call it. I would say consulting pitch, so that you could talk to friends and family and put together some good slides to share with them and then change their, not change. You cannot change anybody, but educate them. Educate them. What are the reasons? What are the benefits of taxation and the depreciation and all that? Yeah.
So, Vinney, I'll be putting a training together called Get the Money. It's all about raising private capital and getting the money for your deals. I know you and I have spoken about it. It's June 4th.
Yes.
Link in the bio. So, Vinney, you're going to be there. Are you able to jump in for about 30 minutes and share some of your slides?
Totally. 30 minutes, 50 minutes, brother. I'm with you. Yes. As many people we can, educate and move to the right direction. I'm always with you, bro. Yeah, always.
So that commitment right there, it comes from a deeper desire to serve more people. And for everybody who's listening right now, I started all of this with a mission to build 100 millionaires, inspired to build 100 millionaires. Vinney Chopra saw that on Instagram. He said, man, I think we're thinking too small. We got to go for 1 million millionaires. And that's where this partnership came from. So Vinney, I love these Thursday morning abundance calls. Thank you so much. If there's one thing you want to share with everybody before we log off, what would it be today?
I would say, set a reminder. See, in life, we need to do things habitually. We should not be just dragging ourselves to the podium or to the, laptop or iPhone. Set yourself a reminder like me, and I mean, like to say, repeat. I mean, iPhone, Android, just go ahead and put this link, 8 o'clock, every Thursday morning, we'll be doing this abundance calls. And then, of course, several other seminars that we'll be putting together. And I'm so excited to be there with you, brother, over there in October 22nd to 24th in Orlando. So please look at the link also. I look forward to shaking hands with so many people. And God bless you all.
That's the 100 Millionaire Summit, October 21st to 23rd. Vinney Chopra, a billionaire in the making, will be there with us. And he's close, right? Already, 70% of the way there with a lot of the deals locked down. So, click the link in the bio. And I didn't get a chance to talk about my five foundational books. Click the link, go to alchemistnation.com, and you can find the 5 foundational books right there as well. We'll see you at the 100 Millionaire Summit, and we'll see you next Thursday. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best. See you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.